Shalom, beloved brother. Shalom. Welcome. Welcome. Yes. Thank you, brethren. Thank you again. Like normal. Always pray. Always pray when things like that happen. The moment you start showing the books, and things happening, man. Things happening, and yeah, that's what happened, man. And that means the information is very crucial. You know, we have. Things like that happen. Yeah, the heat is too much, so it happened. It happened. Yes. Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't have a moderator. Meaning, yes, all the people that you see here, they supposed to be here. A couple of the people that were in the midst of us, they are no longer with us. We will have a proper meeting, but it's going to take some time because I'm still working on a lot of stuff for the meeting, for the moderators that are here. That is why I couldn't make the other meeting because the Most High told me to wait, so I had to wait until time is right. We will have another meeting. Yes, everybody that you see here, they're supposed to be here. You probably see some. We discussed this probably 6 months ago. Sometime the moderators, they stumble upon each other. Sometime you hide someone and then you hide it first, and then that person was trying to hide it too, and by mistake, and that person ended up unhide the person, or that person trying to hide it, and then you unhide that person by mistake, because it we have to get another meeting to put things straight and see who's the troll killer, and who's the greeter, and who's the link poster, and who's the and for the phone giver, the information giver, and stuff like that. We have to do it like this because right now it's unorganized. But anyway, beloved, I'm pretty sure you can hear me and see me well. Give me one if you can see me and hear me well. We will go ahead and uh, put the information. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we will have a moderator meeting. Again, we had a lot of people that were not for the work of the Most High. They were for the work of men, and then they are following men, and we cannot have them in the midst of us. So they've been removed, and we have the moderators that you see here. They are the one that are here. Okay, so and we'll have another meeting, and then we all about doing the work of the Most High, no matter what, whether it's for good or it's for bad. So yes, brethren, those are the books. We're going to share them again. All right. This is the elements of the Druid uh, tradition by Philip Carl Gone. Okay, Gom, Philip Carl Gom. Okay, that's the first book. Um, if you can see clearly, give us a one or a yes, so I can move to the next one. This won't take long. Give us a one. Thank you. Yes, you can type it, and for the moderators, you can type it and the chart. Okay, the Druidic Traditions by Philip Carr Gone. Okay, Philip Carr Gone. All right. Sick Teachings Everywhere by also Philip Carr Gone, combining Druid spirituality with other traditions. Again, there's a picture of a sun here, and then it's kind of bright. Okay. All right. Should you choose just one spiritual path or religion and follow only that one, Or can you combine path to more efficient reach your desired goal excuse me, of liberation? What those people do now, they took our stuff, they call it religion. Okay, sick teachings everywhere by the same guy, Philip Carl Gone. All right, we read a part of it. Okay, this is the book that this is the book that ended it all. Okay, let me hold this very tight. All right. Connect to the magic of trees for guidance and transformation. The wisdom of birch, oak, and yew. Penny Bellington. Okay. Give us a one if you can see this clearly. Okay, thank you. You might want to write that down. Beloved, you don't have to buy all those books. Please don't do this. You can buy all of them if you wish, but you don't have to. Buy the one that the spirit moves you to buy. The moment you're aware of those books, it's prophecy. Okay, one brethren gonna go into this, one sister, you're gonna go into this. Okay, all right. Don't kill yourself. All right, please. We got more. The book of Druidry, History, Sights, and Wisdom by Wars Nichols, forward by Philip Carr Gone. Again, Philip Carr Gone, he is well known and this thing, okay? The book of Druidry. The book of Druidry is a comprehensive survey of the Druids from their earliest history of the current Renaissance. Okay, anytime you heard the word Renaissance, okay, anytime you heard the word Renaissance, that means they swagger jacket, they rename it, they put themselves in there. They put themselves in there, okay? The book of Druidry is a comprehensive survey of the Druids from their earliest history to the current Renaissance, with a foreword by the new chosen chief of the Order of Bards, Ovids, and Druids, Philip Carr Gome. The book includes a study of the shaping of the Druids' ideas, their principle, deity, and myth, their learning and social organization, and examine their relation with Arthur, Taliesin, the grail of the mystery of the Druid egg and the serpent. Okay, the Druid egg and the serpent. It's a pretty interesting story. Okay, all right. Renaissance, they erase you out of this and then they put themselves in it. Rebirth. That's what they call it, a rebirth. The Druid Source Book, compiled and edited by John Matthews, forward by Philip Carr Gone. Okay, you see this Druid fellow blowing a giant shofar. The Druids now, while arms are heard no more, hold mysteries and horrid rites restore. A tribe whose singular religions love and hunt the lonely convert of the grove to these and these of all mankind alone. The gods are surely revealed or sure unknown. Okay? The Druid Source Book. Okay, this guy blowing a giant shofar, like a giant shofar right there. And they just swagger jack all stuff. Okay. The Legend of the Pin, Pin. In the west of France, the pin is endowed with the fabulous power, which is not without a certain interest. One of its supposed attributes is the power of attracting lovers to her who possess it. Who possess it. After it has been used in the toilet of bride, consequently, it is curious sight in lavande or les deux sèvres to see all the peasant girls anxiously placing a pin in the bride's dress, the number being often so considerable that she is forced to have a pin cushion attached to her waistband to receive all the prickly charms. At night, on the threshold of the bridal chamber, she is surrounded by her companions, each of easily seized upon the charm pin, which is kept as a sacred relic. That's some type of ritual they do with pin when the young lady is about to married, and she wore one of those little pouch on her waist, and all her friend put a little pin in there. I don't know, for good luck or something like that. In Brittany, the pin is regarded as the guardian of chastity, a mute witness which will one day stand forth to applaud or condemn in the following manner. So that's like when they say the guardian of chastity, before getting married and get involved with the whole baking process and stuff like that. We went into this telling you how a man have to go through a test before he can lay. You can a man have to be a husband worthy in order for this man to get married. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's what it says here. It's a pretty long story. This is page 193 in the book of the Druid source book. Whoops. Druids by Peter Barres Ellis. The Druids by Peter. Okay, let me see this one. Religion of the Druids, page 113. To summon a dead religion from its forgotten grave and to make it tell its story would require an enchanter's wand, comments J. McCullough and his seminal The Religion of the Ancients, Celt 1911. He explained, no Celt has left us a record of his faith and practice, and the unwritten poems of the Druids died with them. Really? Yet, from this fragment, we see the Celts as the seeker of after God, linking himself by strong tie to the unseen, and eager to conquer the unknown by religious rite or magic art. For the things of the spirit have never appealed in vain to the Celtic soul. And long ago, classical observers were struck with the religiosity of the Celts. They neither forgot nor transgressed the law of the gods. They neither forgot or transgressed the law of the Heavenly Father. Of course, and they say, well, they say, okay, well, this is the gods. They were worshiping multiple gods. That's not what that is. Oh, and they taught that no good befell men apart from their will. The submission of the Celts to the Druids shows how they welcome authority in matters of religion. And all Celtic religions have been characterized by religious devotion, easily passing over to superstition. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what that is. Let me read it again. All Celtic regions have been characterized by religious devotion, easily passing over to superstition and by loyalty to ideals and lost cause. Everything those guys do, everything that they did, according to their religion, it's easily passed as superstition. Always something, witchcraft there. He has to be the devil. How this guy is able to fly? How are you able to fly? You are a demon. If you are able to cure somebody of any disease, only Satan can do this. Don't do that. You are Luciferian. You are curing people. You make the blind see by spitting in the mud and pass the mud in their eyes. Well, you have to be. This man is a devil. He made this crippled dude work. How could you do this? Oh, you're a devil. That's what it is. All superstition. This is page 113. All right. Oops. Oh, I got two more. The New View over Atlantis, the essential guide to megalithic science, earth mysteries, and sacred geometry by John Mitchell. Okay, can show you the menhir. You can see them, the points, the menhir all over. Okay, let me read one page only. Okay, page 104. lay consciousness. Okay, talking about the ley lines. Okay, lay consciousness. Okay, a peculiar observation which modern students and followers of the Old Straight Track, we have that book, okay, of the whole straight track for those of you who are familiar, have constantly repeated is that a spontaneous recognition, ancestral memory, or perhaps a hidden tradition of the lay principle is still apparent in the works or idea of artists, poets, landscape designer, and ordinary people who may never have heard of Alfred Watkins and his discovery. A striking example of this was given by Alan Watkins in an article in the early number of the Lay Hunter Journal. The Lay Hunter Journal is very hard, very, very hard to get this book, okay? Um, he was at Cambridge in 1931 at a time when his father was researching local lays for his book, Archaic Tracts Around Cambridge. He wrote to Allen asking him to investigate an alignment of site he had found on the map which terminated at Cambridge Castle Mount. Allen set off for Straight Hall Church, one of the points on the line. As he walked across the field, he noticed a farm laborer approaching him. They met and exchanged a few words. No mention of lays or ancient tracks, and the man on prompt told him about a former road known only to the older local inhabitants, which he said used to run from Stretch Hall Church to Cambridge. Um, it was the very same line which Allen father has drawn on the map. Allen commented, I go out in search of confirmatory evidence, and at the first place, I stop in the middle of the field, miles from anywhere. A man marches and unasked give me the kind of evidence I'm looking for, first-hand field observation. So what they say here, brothers, they say the ley line have a conscience. The ley line can literally tell you what you're thinking. They literally can connect you to another person without even you and the person knowing this. And then they said the reason why they say this is because one of the guy that would the straight track let me see, striking example of let me see, the old straight tracks. The guy that would the lay hunter journal, he never even met the previous guy. He never even know him. He was doing his own thing on his own, and he was looking for a specific track. He was looking for a specific place, and then he went and looking for the place. He could not found it, but he got to a place. He met an old dude that live in the area, and the old guy meet with him without him knowing, none of them knowing each other, and the guy told him exactly the track that he was looking for, and this track is only known by the older generation that live in the area. The guy tell him, oh, if you are looking for a track, we have a very important one that go from Stretch Hall Church to Cambridge Church. And then the guy like, what the? This is exactly what I'm looking for. How did you know? That's why when we are looking for information, we are being guided by the ley line. The ley line has a conscious, okay? The lay conscious. It says here on page 104. That's why when you go somewhere or when you pray about something, you heard about the confirmation from somebody else or from here, from another brother, or you go somewhere, somebody say the exact same thing that you were looking for because the lay have a conscience. They can hear when you say something, it vibrated, and then they send the answer back. That's what this book talking about. No wonder we keep getting information about our ancestors like this, the whole Harry Potter thing. No wonder the moment you watch a lesson on something and then boom, something pop up on YouTube and then get you right there. Yeah, the whole Merlin thing on Amazon. Oh, all right. This is the final one. We got at least 6 more for tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. Okay. This one is the path of druidry. Druidry. Walking the ancient green ray. Penny Billington. Okay. The path of druidry. Okay. Druidry. Okay. All right. Page 132, personal connections to animals. Some people are naturally drawn to animals or one species of animal. Many develop a bond far deeper than of a owner and pet. And an interspecies relationship that is impossible to think of the person apart from his or her animal. Even those who are no wish to own any animals have marked preference and quick way to categorize people is cat or dog. Rarely does a person feel an equal affinity with both, and frequently people have marked aversion to one. A rich source of the restrictions surrounding the eating of totem animals comes from Irish sources. To eat one's totem was to break a spiritual bond and inevitably led to disaster. In present times, some modern druids who felt a special bond with the species eschew eating it, whilst others include certain meats in the diet at significant time to honor their Celtic heritage. The pig, a magical animal gifted to Priel's tribe from Anwin, was a favorite meat for celebration, and an island warriors hotly contended for the hero's portion. Even today in England, ham is associated with the ritual after a funeral, connecting us to those ancient feasts. You see what those people did here? You see what they did here? They messed up everything those people put their hands on. They just swag it. They literally, brothers, they perverted everything. Perverted everything. Yeah. This is page 132. All right. Men into beasts, animal totems, and Mabinogion. We are not yet come to Mabinogion tales that deal with the complete and magical transformation of men or women into a totem animals, but the relationship between animals and humans is already established in the first stories, and we will read the others in the light of this new understanding. Exoteric understanding. They read a story, they don't even look at the meaning of it. They're just saying the same thing. If they saw a story about a goat, they literally thought they were talking about a literal goat. But to us, goat stand for greatest of all time. GOAT, greatest of all time. For to them, it's an actual goat. So that's what they're trying to explain to you here. Okay, the path of druidry. Okay, so 8 books. We have at least 8 more. We have at least 8 more. Okay. Oh, this one is pretty good though. Okay, The Weekend's Dictionary of Prophecy and Omens by Jerina Dunwich. Okay, by Jerina Dunwich. It's a dictionary. There are so many things I didn't know. They actually have name in it. For instance, in the K part, um, cephalomancy. What is cephalomancy? Cephalomancy or kuei, a system of 64 hexagram used in the Chinese method of divination known as the I Ching or Book of Changes. Each hexagram consists of a block of 6 solid or block of horizontal lines. Each possesses a different meaning. Okay, for any information, see I Ching, the Book of Changes, and also Yin Yang. That's the scientific name of yin yang. Cephalomancy. Okay. Macromancy, the art of practice of divination through knives, sword, and so forth. That's why when you watch those Hollywood sword fighting, you think they are fighting with sword. They are doing macromancy, the art of practice of divination through knives, swords, and so forth. Anything sharp. Okay. Anything sharp. Okay. And all August Eve tradition in rural Scotland is to predict the following year's marriages and death by throwing sickle into the air and then drawing omen from the position on which they fell. So in Scotland, when they want to know that if your marriage gonna turn good or deadly, they will throw knives in the air and then they will wait and then say some stuff and then it will fail and then they will go and look at it and say, oh boy, that knife fell and it fell into an eggplant or it fell into a oh boy, it fell into a zucchini. Or that guy, they throw the knife and somehow it fell in the butcher and then got caught in a sausage. And then they look at the husband and say, oh boy, this ain't gonna turn out to be well for you, sir. We throw the knives in the air and then he got stuck in one of the, you better watch out with your third leg out there. Things gonna happen. So they use this divination and they call it macromancy. Okay, got woman's in it. All right. They give plenty stuff. Okay. Metagnomy, a relatively modern form of intuitive divination of the past, present, and future while under hypnotic trance. Divination by mesmerism, metagony, which began in the mid 19th century, was originally used to diagnose disease and prescribe cure. One of the most famous metagnostic of all time was a man named Andrew Jackson Davis, 1826 1910, who was known by nickname the Poughkeepsie Seer. Okay, so metagnomy is a relative modern form of intuitive divination of the past, and the hypnotic trance divination by mesmerism. So they will call this Andrew Jackson fellow, and then he will come, he will put you, he's like a doctor. You know, those are the people in the book. The most I told you, don't go through them because they are charlatans, those bad soothsayers. This dude will come in and put you under some kind of hypnotism, and then he will give you some drugs or he will just OD your ass with cocaine. Back then, did you know in the early 1800s, cocaine was legal? This guy will give you as much cocaine your body can take, and then when you all like, and then the guy will say, "Oh, I see something. He had a fever. I had a fever. I have a bottle of a potion here, which only costs $1. You know, $1 back then was like $2,000. $1. Buy it and it'll be good." And then you will give those guys $1, and then they will give you this. So this guy practiced metagnomy. There's so much in this, brothers. There are so many things. Okay, Virginian lots, pagomancy, Psaumes, the art of practicing divination by peoples and ancient methods of drawing omens and divine fate by throwing little rocks. Okay, there's so much in here, man. Oh, here's another one. This one, yeah, how shall I receive a lot of crap for this one? Let me see. Necromancy. This is page. Oh crap! I forgot. It doesn't have a page. Wow, why this doesn't have a page in it? Wait a minute. This book doesn't have pages. The page are not numbers. They are not numbered. The page are not numbered. They go by N, chapter N, I believe. Okay. Necromancy, also known as Negromancy. Necro, which means the dead, the death. Okay, mensi means signs. Okay, signs of the dead, signs of whatever. The ancient occult method of forecasting the future through communication with spirits of the dead, the art and practice of using dead bodies for purposes of divining. The black art of necromancy has been practiced for thousands of years and can be traced back to ancient Greece and Rome. It can't be traced back ancient Greece and Rome. Yeah. And Persia, now Iran. In modern time, it is common voodoo practice in parts of Africa, Haiti, and the southern United States, which mean the New Orleans. Let me read this for you. For those of you, you already know, you already see the swagger jar, right? You see how they wash up Yahweh out of this? They're like, he's not in there. Let me read this for you. Chapter N. Necromancy, also known as Negromancy. Why would they call it Negromancy? What a name. Negromancy. Negromancy. Okay, all right. The ancient occult method of forecasting the future through communication with the spirits of the dead, the art and practice of using dead bodies for purposes of divining. The black art of necromancy has been practiced for thousands of years and can be traced back to ancient Greece, Rome, and Persia, now Iran. In modern times, it is common voodoo practice in parts of Africa, Haiti, and southern United States. Okay? Literally, necromancy means divination by the dead. It is divided into two categories. The first involves bringing the dead body back to life, when the second is concerning mainly with calling the spirit of the dead person. Now, let me tell you a little story. This is the Wiccans Dictionary of Prophecy and Omens by Gerina Dunwich. Let me tell you something about necromancy. In the book and New Testament, also the Old Testament, and also in the throne of David. And when Yahushua went and resurrect Lazarus, okay, this is necromancy, okay? Whether you want it or not, this is magic. That's what it is, because those people don't have a word. When they see our people perform something, the only close word they have is magic, okay? One of the reason there is a book called The Throne of David. I stopped reading this book because there were a group of folks that was causing a lot of strife. When they heard the story, they keep to them it sounds like witchcraft. Listen, whenever you see a prophet perform something that is astonishing to your mind, it scares you, you don't understand it, you give the Most High glory, praises, and you're moving on. You don't call Yahushai a negative witch, or he was a devil worshiper, or Aaron, because Aaron received a lot of crap for a lot of people because he was doing a lot of stuff that was anointed to him and not to others. When others see it, they don't know what it is. They will call it the devil's stuff. Okay. Now, Yahweh, aka what you're calling Jesus Christ, raised the dead. He did. He himself raised from the dead after 3 days. That's what it says in the whole testament and stuff like that. So he raised the dead. Whether you want it or not, this is necromancy. Doing my studies, I find out some astonishing things, brothers. Which one of you are familiar with that thing they have in the Vatican? All they put all the bones in there, all the heads, the skulls. What's the call this place again? The catacomb. Anybody familiar with the catacomb? Yeah, Elijah, and no, Ezekiel. Was it Ezekiel? The valley of the bone. Remember Ezekiel raised the dead in the valley of the bone when the Mosai says, "Son of man, do you see?" He saw all those bones. He said, "Breathe unto them," and then life come back unto them. Okay, dry bone, a valley of the bone. Yeah, that's necromancy, magic. You don't like it? That's not me. Anyway, the catacomb. You know what the cat? Yeah, it was Ezekiel chapter 31. What valley of the dry bone? What chapter was that? Chapter 31 or 34 or 35? Valley of the dry bone in the book of Ezekiel. It's talking about necromancy by raising the dead. Chapter 37. Valley of the dry bones. Okay, those are necromancy. He actually, in that book, brothers, in another name, you know what? Ezekiel says certain words. When it come up to the literal bones, he says certain word, and then the bone had flesh and everything, spiritual and also physical. It says it in that book that I was quote unquote reading. You know what the catacomb is, brothers? The catacomb is actually a giant spiritual library. Ezekiel 37, the whole chapter. The catacomb is actually a library. Not only a library, the catacomb is actually an internet, a spiritual internet, better than the internet. Let me explain. The catacombs is a spiritual internet. You see, the people that are buried in the catacombs are not anyone. Have you ever wondered why? How did they kill Nate Turner? Anybody can tell us how did they kill Nate Turner? Anybody know how did they kill Nate Turner? What did they do with him at the last thing? What did they remove from him? That's right. They launch him and they take his head off and then they put his head on a stick. They kept the head. Bookman, they cut off Bookman head, they keep the head. Because people like to keep your head. You see, when they take a black man, they launch this black the skull. That exactly. That's why they got the skull and bone. Skull and bone has nothing to do with scary stuff. It has things to do with stored memory. Anybody, when you go into the catacomb, you see all those skulls and bones. They contain memory in it. And the book, brothers, in the story of the book, you know what? Till this day, they have Constantine, the guy with the Christian Constantine, they still have his head over there. All the presidents from George Washington to all the way up now, they still have their heads somewhere and up in a museum, only access to certain people. All the big guys, all the guys that knew, all those big philosopher or whatever, they keep their head, they keep the skull. They buried them for 1 year and 1 day, and then they keep the head. You see, those guys are telling you all about the so-called necromancy is bad. They love this thing and they practice it. All country around the world, except for us, when their people are dead, they kept the skull. You want to know why they kept the skull? In the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, there's a hidden spell in there. In the book, well, not that book, in the book that they were, I was reading and stuff, research. For instance, when the so called United States want to go to war with somebody and they will go ask advice to George Washington, they will take this is not conspiracy theories, brothers. This is real hish. They will take the head of George Washington, the skull, they will put it there, and then they will perform a ritual, and then they will put like they will put a candle on top of the head, light it up, and then they will put like a dagger in front of the head, and then they will speak an incantation, and then they will ask for advice. And George Washington, no matter what they ask him, he will say it. No matter what they ask Shakespeare, if they have the head, he will say it. They can call up their spirit. That's how those people been doing their stuff. That's how they never throw away the head of whatever president or big shot guys that they are buried. Remember anybody remember how they buried George W. Not George George what George Herbert Bush? They put him in a train. They drove him somewhere weird. They put him in a train. They just do some kind of presidential stuff. All those this it's a symbolic for him passing through the ley line and stuff like that. They call the head, they put the head, any president. The Chinese do it. The South Korean do it. The North Korean do it. Every country in the world practice magic, heavy magic. And guess what? Magic has no color. Don't listen to anybody say there's black magic, white magic, and magic has no color. That's what I'm learning from the study that I'm doing. The guy said there is no such thing as magic has no color. You can take whatever magic, you can turn it into whatever you please. It has no colors. It's colorless. So when they have the catacomb, they got all sort of philosophers, all sort of known guys that know a lot of things. And when they need something, like the Pope, when the Pope need advice, again, this is not conspiracy. They will take the head of Constantine, the skull, and then they will put a knife in front of it, perform the ritual, and then they will call the spirit, and then it will talk to them, and then they will say, we have a disease called, well, we give it a name, we'll call it number 20, the number that come before 20, but we cannot get rid of it. And then they say, well, call doctor this. Then they will call a great doctor back in the 1800 and whatever, and then they will ask this doctor, and then they will give them a formula, and then they will try it, it won't work, and then they will come back and ask and ask. When those people need, that's why they always stay ahead, because they always deal with people that know. We don't. We literally grab in the darkness. And this research that I'm doing, all those, the catacombs, like anytime you go to the catacomb, they classify the skull by wisdom. The nurses on this side, the doctors on this side, the teachers on that side, the professional hitmen on this side, the clown, everybody, all the heads. They are, to you it look like a giant cemetery, scary thing, but it's a freaking library. It's a library. They can access any information, anything that happened in the past. They will come up and ask the head, or whatever head they choose, and then he will tell them. It's like an internet. It's like a dead internet for the dead, or internet for the dead spirit. That's what it is. That's why they don't really let anybody in there. They only let certain people. Each bones of the body perform a function, but the head is the most important. The spirit is still in there. Why would, brothers, a place so holy like the Vatican, or the place of Italia, have a place so horrible in there? Why would they keep all those bones? This is, when you watch this and say, wait, this is evil. Why would you guys have this? This is the place where God live. Why would you guys have all those bones over there? Is the catacomb in the Vatican? Is that what that is? It seems like it's in Paris, I believe. What's the name again? There's a street. Somebody look that up, brothers. Is the catacombs, is it in Paris or under the Vatican? I believe they have one under the Vatican. Yeah, there are places, they are built of skulls. Those are information places. They can go ahead and tap into them and ask any information. Is it in the Vatican? Because the Vatican is our place. They just swag a jacket from Samuel. Paris is in Paris. It's two things. I believe is there is one under the Vatican. There is one in Paris. There are multiple. Those are libraries, brothers. That's why you're seeing them all over. Yeah, there is one in Paris, there is one in Rome, and there's one in the Vatican. And Rome and Vatican is not the same thing, apparently. Any place you go, they keep a lot of skull in there. It's a library. To you, it's like a cemetery, but to them, it's a library. You think those people are joking? And the movies, when they go ahead and conjure the dead and all that, all of those stuff, they kept them. Anytime they want to access information, they will go ahead and access it. That's what it is. They use all good for evil. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37. I believe in one of the verse, when he say the when the Messiah say, Ezekiel, say unto, he told Ezekiel to say a word, a Latin word, like come, Levitemus Saptus Reunius Adonai, and then the dead will rise. It says something like this, but they remove it from the Bible. They took this word, okay, they perverted it. They took that word from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and then they will go ahead and then take the head of like the head of big men that had a lot of formation, a lot of information. They kept those guys. Yeah, the Vatican really don't care. The Vatican, when you ask the Vatican what is witchcraft, what is Christianity, they're like, "What's the difference?" The Vatican, like, "What's the difference?" That's why John the Baptist. Thank you. No, have you wondered why the woman asked for John the Baptist's head? Say, "Give me the head of John the Baptist," because John was like a freaking like John was like the internet. John has all the information in his head. That's why they took the head of John. They like taking the head, the skull. Anytime you see, I believe there's a library in here somewhere they have all the head, all the skulls. I forgot, but it's only accessible to a few. Well, give Big Levi a trash can lid, a baseball bat, cinder block, steel toe boots, and a slide whistle, and I'll tell you I will access this library, damn it. Why do you think those people are so fascinating about zombies and vampires? Why those people are always fascinating about dead rising? They even got show like a bunch of dead people walking around. Like, why are you so fascinating about those things? And then you're accusing us of practicing negative stuff. They had a movie, I believe Marvel, called Morbius. Morbius. Is that what that is? Morbius. This movie is coming out probably next year or this year. And the brother from one of our brother had a dream. This thing was kind of, he saw something that was like Morbius, Morbius. What the hell is thing? Morbius. It's a pasty white vampire dude. Crazy stuff. Flying. This guy is super strong, but he need human blood to drink to be. I don't know. Yeah, that's a vampire movie. Yeah, the swagger jack the Vatican from Samuel. Okay, there's a catacomb in the Vatican. It's called African necropolis. Why would they call African necropolis? Necro mean a dead, polis mean like a city. The African necropolis. Why would they call it like this? Why would have a catacomb loaded with the bones of black men or black folks in here? Is that what that is? I'm assuming. I like to do this. No Vatican necropolis. Is that what that is? No Vatican necropolis. Why would they have a what? Why would the Vatican have a catacombs? Why would you guys do this? Why would you have a bunch of bones in there? What is the purpose of sick bones supposed to be in the cemetery? They're supposed to, a bone belong to a dog, so to speak. Why would you have that in the Vatican? What is it for? Oh, scary stuff. Oh, hell no. I want to know what it is for. What do you people use it for? It's a library. Whatever information they need, they will just go over there, they access it. And then they will call you, oh, you practicing necromancy. You're trying to talk to your ancestors. You're trying to say something to your ancestors. Well, you people, what? You guys are being, what is this? But that's what you guys do all the time. We see what you guys are doing. Brothers, every country, every culture practice magic. All sort of. They all do it. They call yours magic because they don't know what kind of word to call it. All of them. All of those guys, they practicing all sort of magic out there. How else those people are staying ahead? When you go in those little Chinese restaurant, you saw those little Buddha statues, those little cat that has the hand over there watching you and stuff. All of those things has charms in it. Why do you think our people love Chinese food so bad? No matter what, our people always buying. But you're not Chinese. Why you love Chinese food? Why do you think those Arabs come in the hood? They build a little shop, a little fried chicken shop, and our people can take. They all they want to eat is this food, this fried fish, fried food, and that's it. How do you think those people do this? You think they're smart? You think they do those things on their own? Those people have they practice all sort of magic out there, all sort of charms. They have it in their businesses. There's another book that I will bring so you can see what those people are doing. They got all sort of charms out there. Again, brothers, I'm not telling our people, hey, don't eat there, don't eat this. This is not me. I keep telling people what the most I put in me is more powerful than anything they have out there. I can walk to anywhere. The moment those spirits see I work, the fire, they run. Walk in any business, look at the owner straight, and then you see their facial expression. Either they quickly look away, or they were doing something, they stop, they get out of the business, or they're being very nice to you. I'm not putting fear in our people. Just know that those you are fighting an invisible force. You can't see them, but you're winning. You're winning. You think those people are smart? They practice all sort of magic out there. But when it comes to you, oh well, eh, you read this book, so this is magic. You won't believe what those people are doing behind closed door, brethren. Yeah, those nail shop. Why do you think black folks are the best at doing anything, and then all people are crazy going to nail shop, going to hair salon, going to all those hair store? You think those people are that smart? And then when a black person open a little business, those people up they don't worry about their business now. They worry about yours, and they want to break yours. Why do you think every time we open a business somewhere, those people are hell bent on destroying our business because the magic that is in you is more powerful than what they have. They will run and destroy yours. Why do you think Hesh is the head of this thing? Hesh is the head of it. Hesh is the head. Why do you think Hesh, even he have all those money, but he bought his people to have all the Section 8, all the welfare. They don't want you to have anything. They have to have it all because they know the moment you have one piece of dirt, you can scrub it in your hand, it will turn into diamond. And this diamond would multiply, 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 multiply. And then what they have is nonsense. How do you know? Well, I mean, how do you explain this? Those people got the whole country, they stole the whole earth. You got one place called Black Wall Street. They had to come down and burn it down and take it away from you because they know you have the Midas touch. You have what they call, Bob Marley call natural mystic. It's a natural magic that is in you. Anything that you touch turn into gold. They have to destroy it. Why do you think they are so fixated about our main third leg? It's always about our main, and then they destroy the main masculinity. Then they destroy the women femininity because they know if you truly use your natural mystique, your natural thing. That is why they always tell our women destroying their hair because they know the natural hair. The more natural you get, the more they are they are getting down and then they're being destroyed. Oh boy, it's 151. Babe, mom. Oh crap. Anyway, why do you think those people always worry about what you have? That Negro have a freaking Lamborghini, brother. You have a bike. Top there. Really, really. You have a freaking bicycle, man. That guy got a Lamborghini. He has to. Why this? He has to call the police so the police can come in and harassing you on the bike, asking you if you have. Where's your helmet? Where's stuff? They don't want you to have. They don't want you to exist. That's all. because they know the natural magic, the natural mystic that you have in you, the fire that you have in you is natural. Everywhere that you walk, it will burn anything that is impure, it will burn it down. That is why all the TV shows now, they have to get that cowboy black man in there, that young cowboy man in there. Every show you watch, they have to get some young cowboy black man because they want to destroy it. It's too powerful. Why do you think those people are promoting this thing only and only to you? For some reason, they are more involved into this garbage than you, but they are presenting unto you because you have a natural mystic and you a natural magic. Magic Johnson, the Orlando Magic, the Magic City, Magi. There's a show on Netflix called Magi, but they call it Magi or Magi. It's a show. It's an anime. It's pretty good. Talk about Aladdin, Sinbad, all in one. Those people are terrified of your magic, and you do have it. The magic touch. Let me put the magic touch in it. To them, they can call, oh, the Orlando Magic, Magic Johnson, or Magic City, Magic Casino. They have those things. But the moment you say, yo, I have a magic touch, everybody, oh, you're a witch, man. You're a witch. Why are you talking about magic? And so, what are you talking about? This is breath. It's in me. If I take it away, I'll die. That's what I am. That's how they did. They passed the ball to Michael Jordan. They passed the ball to LeBron James. They have magic in them. They can move fluidly. That's how our people, any sport, any music, anything they get their hands on, it's magical. Anytime we go anywhere, even the way we dress, the way we talk, it's magic. People are imitating us everywhere because we have a natural magic in us, a natural mystic. Look at the hair of our women. Look at the hair of our men. The way we do our hair. Even the freaking 2/3, yo. Take the 2/3, give them some tic-tac. They will perform quote-unquote Mapuka dance, if you catch my drift. The whole Mapuka dance, and you see, they even got, did you know white women have class, they teach you how to twerk for money? They teach you how to twerk, a workout twerking. Even the freaking you take the freaking 2/3. They have that magic in them. When they go somewhere, they perform any little thing. Next thing you know, the whole world want to perform it. Anybody, brothers, name 3 songs of Elvis Presley on top of your head. Name 3 songs. Not even name. Sing one song of Elvis Presley or Presley. Now, on top of your name on top of your head, name one song of Michael Jackson. Sing one song of Michael Jackson. One song of James Brown. You see how quickly you can make the difference? When something is forced upon you that have no talent at all, but it keeps forcing the call. This is the greatest thing. You could. When was the last time, brothers, you were driving somewhere, you listen to a song and then it's Elvis Presley? When was the last time you were driving, or you were in a business, you are shopping, and then you hear Elvis Presley? When was the last time you went to a party, or you've been passing by, you heard the song of Elvis Presley? Please, anybody, I haven't, probably you do. Give me the last time you are somewhere and then you heard the song of Elvis Presley playing, like this is the king and stuff. Well, give me one time. You never really heard those people. But you will, even in a Trump rally, brothers, the Trump rally, they're playing Michael Jackson. They are playing Billie Jean. Yeah, and a Trump, you could Google it. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, Trump rally. You see those people try to dance. You see those bucktooth monsters try to dance like Michael Jackson, because we have a natural magic in us. Don't be afraid. It's a natural mystic. It's something that you are born with. You have it. Have you ever seen James Bond dancing, man? Who can dance like James? Who can dance like Mike? Who can sing like Whitney? We can sing like our people. Again, even the freaking two-third out there. Even the wash two-third you can possibly found in the Kodak Black. Take Kodak Black. Kodak Black make a song called Kodak Black. That girl copied and call it Bodak Yellow. And next thing you know, Cardi B forcing Cardi B on you. That song was like literally Kodak Black, but Swagger Jack and stuff like that. No, that is because our people collectively, we have something that is natural, which is powerful. It's a natural mystic, a natural magic. It's a Midas touch, a natural touch. Take the worst of the worst of the worst below the worst music, gospel music, Kirk Franklin. Put Kirk Franklin, is that what his name is? Kirk Franklin? Is that what his name is? Put Kirk Franklin against any other gospel, other non-white, other non-black gospel music. Put any artist against any black gospel music, they will blow them out of the water. It's natural mystic. It's natural magic. It's something that they have. It's magical. Why do you think Disney is so obsessed with magical princess, magical this, the magical 12 dwarves, the magical kissing the frog, everything, the Cinderella magical? Why do you think Disney also, they even got that freaking little mouse thing performing magic with the magic hat? Where do you think those people get those things? Why are you people so obsessed with this thing if it is horrible and terrible? If magic is so horrible and terrible, why Disney's making million and billion? Moana, all about magic. All their stuff, all about magic. Toy Story, is that what that is? All about magic. Why you? Oh, wait, it's time for me, brothers. Okay, Wizard, Mickey Mouse or Mikey Mouse. Yeah, the two-third literally dominate TikTok because they have a natural magic in them. They made you afraid of it. They exploit it. They use it. And then they tell you, don't be using this thing. Use our thing. Lose your power and compete with no sword. Get in a boxing ring. Don't throw any punches while I'm having this shotgun shooting at you. Babe, let's go. I beloved, fast pray, repeat. We're probably going to come back later on. I don't know. We will talk. Huh? All right, then. Okay, brethren. Okay, you have a natural mystic in you, a natural magic. It's nothing wrong with that. It's in you. It is you. Those people don't have it. They're jealous. They told you it's bad, but it's you. You're always different. You're always special and unique. Do not give your uniqueness to be like everybody else. Don't dumb down yourself to match their dumbness. Don't talk like them. Don't behave like them. Don't practice what they practice. Practice what you practice and your ancestors been practicing. You have what it called a natural magic, a natural mystic, which is in you. Your own breath that the Most High and the nose of Adam, which was fire. He literally breathed fire. Your breath, the reason why when you cold, you breathe. The hair in your hand is fire. It's literally hot. Your breath can save you when you're too cold. That is why you're blowing in your hand, which is fire. When the Most High breathed the fire into Adam, and Adam come back to life with his eye glowing, he had that fire in him. You have it. Don't dim it. Don't extinguish it. Don't destroy it. It's a natural magic. All praises to the Most High. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. All right. We will brush in this whenever we have time. Okay. Shalom.